Okay. Why do bad things happen to good people? I'll say a story, which I was going to say anyways, but it kind of relates, kind of corresponds with what I'm talking about. It's in the book. Let's say that life is perfect, okay? Let's say there's no sickness, there's no death, there's no first place winners, there's everything is perfect for everybody. We have all the money in the world, or maybe in a perfect world we don't have money at all. Maybe we have all the alcohol in the world, maybe we have no alcohol because it's a perfect world. Whatever perfect world is for you is how everybody has it, okay? Let's just pretend for a second. Let's just pretend everything is just perfect. There's no ugly, there's no we're all beautiful and we're all wealthy and we all have all the cars in the world and we all have everything you want, you know what I mean? And we're all the same, I guess, academic level, and everything is just perfect. The world is perfect. There's no flaws. There's no problems. Okay, let's just go there. And let's say we're next door neighbors. And let's say I walk outside to grab my newspaper, and you walk outside and you grab yours and go, "Hey, Chris, top of the morning." I go, "Hey, good morning to you too." What are we going to talk about? Think about it. Y'all think. What are we going to talk about? I'll just tell you this, whoever said anything in there, wrong. That's what I said, right? What y'all think? But if y'all are saying something, it's wrong again. That's wrong. Because I already know it's wrong. I'm not even going to argue about it now. I'm going to argue where I was going to lie to her, but I can't. You know what? Frickety crap. Anyways. We have absolutely nothing to talk about. That's the answer. We have nothing to talk about. Think about it. Because we don't, my chat's not open. I want to do this open chat thing, and I'm going to figure out how to do this. And we will discuss this topic again, because I think it's a fun one, and I like to get the feedback from what people think, and we can play off of each other. But if life is perfect, you'd be like walking Stepford Wives, like robots. Like, how are you? I am good. How are you? I am good. How are they? They are well. Boom, 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 boom. It wouldn't be like, how's your kid doing in school? Well, he's perfect. How's your kid doing in school? Well, they're perfect. There'd be no point of anything. We're all the same. That's why Elon Musk, you know what? Whatever you're doing, someone told me something and I heard it secondhand, but don't do it. It's about the computer and making our brains get into computers. It's a bad idea. Now listen to the story just told, because I wouldn't do it, dude. And y'all know how I feel with AI intelligence. Anybody who knows me, you know how I feel about it. It's cool, but it ain't cool. Can y'all just get a ribbon, like a red, a blue, a bronze, and yo, what's up? Like, at least you know you have the blue ribbon. You know, you don't have to do this. You have to implement this in society. It's like giving a child a handgun and being like, hey, you know how to use it, all right. They don't. Y'all don't know what to do with it. You know what? I'm going to go with Robin Williams. I think the whole world should be run by women. Like what he says. I think he's right. We just have, every 30 days we'd have really hardcore discussions. With no wars. That's what we should do. Except for Hillary, I don't know, homie. You kind of freak me out a little bit more. I like some of these political candidates running, like the one for New York. She seems really cool. I think she's doing it for the Bronx. Like, right on to you. I love you, sister. I think you're doing an amazing job. I hope you get it. I hope I get to move to New York so I can vote for you. And then, anyways, yeah, but I really do mean that in a very bizarre way. That's all. Laws and all that, politics is another place in their time. And because right now we're just focusing on healing. I go for these tangents, don't I? I'm really bad. It's okay. Y'all will forgive me. So with that, what about things happen to good people? Because life's not fair. Some people don't deserve what they get, and some don't deserve. Some people don't deserve what they get, and some get what they don't. Some people don't deserve what they get, and some get what they don't deserve. We're not equal. Life isn't fair. You know, but in life, you know what? We have like these like movies based on true story because this person was down and out, like Eminem, Eighth Mile. He was down, he was out, suffering. You know, like suffering, and then all of a sudden, boom, he becomes very successful. You know what I mean? And we admire that. And I'm sorry, Paris. I hate to use an example. You just seem so like I'm always happy. So take it as a compliment that I'm using you as an example because I'm going to bring some realness to you. But please, because if we meet, we'd be really good friends. Sorry about the Patron thing as well. The story. Anyways, but like Paris Hilton. Sorry, Paris. But you'll see where I'm going with this in a second. You know, you don't hear too many people. I'm just gonna get real and honest. Don't take this personal, please, okay? Because really, I'm gonna give you a huge ass compliment in a second, okay? You don't hear little girls going, "I want to be Paris Hilton." They might say, "I want to be beautiful when I grow up, like Paris," or "I want to look like Paris," or guys might say, "Oh, I might want to do Paris," or you know, marry Paris. But you don't. Sorry, Paris. You don't hear people going, "Oh, you know, she's not like, oh, I'm gonna be like her when I grow up," because we don't. A lot of us don't think that she ever really went through anything. She never went through a bad period to overcome. Like she was always had it. So, and you know what, guys? She's actually a really good businesswoman. Actually, top of the line businesswoman. Her, Jessica Simpson. There's a lot of women who, yeah, they got an opportunity, but they still did something with it. There's a lot of people with money all over the place and having kids. And those kids don't do crap. Actually, I've seen those kids actually self-destruct. Yes. They'll just sit there and self-destruct in their own little fucking cribs of multiple dollars and they're spoiled and ungrateful. These women are doing something. Well, Jessica wasn't necessarily the silver spoon, but doesn't. The point is we all have choices, and you know what? That is your cross to bear, Paris. Is the fact that you know what you'll never get credit where credit's due for what you do. And you know what? That's a cross that she probably has to bear too. I've thought about that before, but I'm just going to make an announcement about it now because it's very poignant. And I'm sorry, Paris, that's got to suck. Because normally, the underdog goes through their suffering and then all of a sudden they overcome something. Olympians, football players, the singer like Madonna, you know, how she made her way all the way up. We idolize those people. Because if they can do it, maybe we can too, and those are what dreams are made of. So why do bad things happen to good people? So you can be a legend. That's why. Is that fair? No. I'm going to pretend like it is. So you can just become that more fabulous from overcoming that much more. That's what it means. Why do we lose things? Or why do things taken away? These gifts in the first part of the video? Where the video ended is because maybe it's to allow something else in. Remember, the only thing that is inevitable in life is change. And no one likes it. No one likes change. Unless the change is really fucking good, then we're like, yeah, bring it on. But you know, the changes that don't feel good, that aren't that pleasant, they're necessary. So you have to have the bad days to know when you have the good ones. To know the difference. How would you know what beauty is unless you saw ugly? How would you know that tastes really, really delicious? You taste something like broccoli, Brussels sprouts, or whatever that wasn't so delicious. Why do we go through pain? So we can so we can enjoy pure happiness and joy. So we know what laughter is. We know what it's for distinction. And I feel like we go through ups and downs in life just because it defines who we are, because we meet, I mean, with law of attraction, we'll go into that manifestation when we have some control of our outcome. We have so much, we have the ability, they say life is 90% of what happens life is 10% of actually what happens to you. 90% is how you're going to react to that 10. So we have 90%, they say, control over that outcome. Now, I believe that we're powers over people, places, situations, things. It's another story, another time, because we have a lot to talk about. And I'm not trying, don't call me up, program people, because I'm not going there. But I've always said, just don't go there right now with me. I'm so sick of it. I already know that I'm going to have these problems. But anyways, but it's good, and you should want to share that with people. I'm just taking the one thing, I think. Maybe. Well, we'll talk about that later. What I will say is, I don't go into the God thing either, but I believe in God, baby owl, God. And supposedly, whether you believe it or not, just go with the flow, okay? I don't really care what you believe in or not. We'll talk about that later, and it's not my opinions. It's your thing. Whatever. It's cool. It's all good. It's all good. It's all good. I mean, I'll help you have a spiritual sense of self, and hopefully you're not doing anything demonic or crazy. I mean, if you believe in demonic things, then you should have the contrast to believe in something else. So that's a whole other topic, another time. We're not going to go through that right now either. But we're all given free will. You can go there, right? Okay, free will. No, we're all given free will. So whatever experience happens to you, it's what you do with that free will. That's what defines who you are. Not where you're born. Not your family even. We're all given the gift of free will. There are going to be challenges that are trying to hold you back. Some people say it's the government. Some people could say it's that person, or it's that relationship, or it's my family, or it's this. We all have those challenges, and some it could be true. I've definitely gone through my challenges, and I'm not going to sit here telling you which group or which person or which whatever that I felt the obstacle with. It's life. And we all have it. I'll tell you one thing. I'll be damned if I'm going to let them beat me. So I'm going to overcome it. And I have my pains, and I have my challenges, we'll call them. But guess who I have? I got me. And that wasn't always a good thing. That was not a good thing. I mean, I had people like, my parents would call me trouble. They said they didn't say it, but y'all said it. Y'all said it. And so everywhere I went, I always kind of had to come back in my head like, I'm trouble. I'm tainted. I'm a bad seed. I'm a bad seed. Wherever I go, it's going to follow me because this is who I am. I make bad decisions, and sometimes it's that inner dialogue, and we'll go into that another time. But the world telling us things. Watch out with that inner dialogue. That stuff is a bitch. Sometimes it can be ego dialogue. It can be lots of different dialogue. But I'll talk about another time. Show us what's that. What was that, guys? Oh. I remember I was shopping. This when the stuff was really, really bad during that time, and I was in my car alone. My car wasn't working that well because I didn't have the money to fix it. So I just kind of sort of giving more problems and problems. And I knew it was going to stall, and it was going to stall in the city where there's no lighting, there's no lights, and I knew it was a really bad part of town. And I knew the way being a girl and the way you know how we are girls, fragile and in a very dangerous place, and I just knew I was going to break down. The car's already giving problems. I'm like, oh God, and I was just like, why? And I felt so scared for a second, and then all of a sudden it was like this. It was a God gift. I mean, God, something happened, like some alchemical moment where I started to just get this overwhelming feeling of, if I had people in the car with me and this was happening, even grown men would be freaking out, and I'd be the one calming everybody down, like, okay, this is what we're going to do here. I got a plan. And I was thinking, what happens if I was one of those people driving this car and I was to break down? I'd be in a lot of trouble. I would want to have someone like me there to, have the game plan and calm everybody down. And it was the first time in my life. Because in the program, especially when I was drinking a lot, I would go to one state, fuck everything up there, go to the next state, fuck everything up there, and go back and forth, because the grass is always green on the other side. And someone once told me when I was going to go back to the other state, hey, Chris, hey, wherever you go, don't forget you take yourself with you. And I was like, wow. You're right. I'm like, well, we better go to the other state, because at least if I'm going to, figure this out, I better figure out in the state that's better. And I thought, you know what, does it really matter which is better, Chris, at this point? Just start in the worst state, because you've got to figure this thing out, whichever state that might be. So I did. I stayed right where I was, and things got worse. I was not really going to get worse, but for me it did. And they're right. But unfortunately, that what they said to me played me for many years, because, even subconsciously, I was like, I walk in a place and I go, everywhere I go, I take myself with me, so if this place is fucked, I'm screwed, or they're screwed, or like everywhere I went now, I had this like extra tainting dark cloud over my head, because everywhere I went, there I am, you know what I mean? And in this moment when I'm in this car and I'm thinking about, like, I don't know why, it's like this calmness came over me, because I realized I have changed. I became conscious of I became more self-aware, and I tried to work on my faults. And when it dawned on me that if I'm going to be broken down with anybody in my position, I'm glad it is me. And I'm not somebody else who may not know what to do, or may not know. I developed some street smarts at this point, and I know how to protect myself. I was no longer a victim. I became my own best friend in that moment, and I thought, yeah, it's okay if I break down, because I got this. Like everybody else, I got this, I'm okay. And this serene feeling came over me. I learned how to be my own best friend. That time it was such a good time, and of course I was sad and I had my bad days, but I learned that know to party.